Maybe nobody else wants to talk about it, but I'm here to talk about it. And I'm here to make men great again so we can get this fucking earth in order because this shit is outrageous. Listen, the red pill community, the manosphere, all the motherfuckers fresh and fit, Diamond Sharp, all of them, Penny, Pearl, whatever the fuck her name is, they're running out of content. It's over. The red pill wave is fucking done. It is finished. They're on the death throes. If you go to any of these podcasts, at this point, they're simply just rehashing the same shit they've done talked about for the last 2 or 3 years. Women's nature. And you have to understand, your Nikki is either going to be played or she's going to play you. Or you don't take these girls on dates until they show that they had confirmation, blah, blah, blah. And it goes on and on and on. And all these fucking hypothetical things. I heard this nigga Myron say you need to sleep with at least 50 women and have at least 100K before you seriously can start considering dating women for long term. And I'm like, why 50 women? Why do you need 100K? Where are you getting these numbers from? And one of the things you start to realize with all this manosphere shit and all these like dating guru coaches and red pill, nature woman, all these things, a lot of these guys, they couldn't run a long-term relationship even if they wanted. If they met the right girl in the right conditions in the right like situation, a lot of these niggas will flounder. Because once again, the nature of relationships is very simple. It's like anything else. You're either leading or you're following. So if you're leading, you have to take her to the promised land. You can't just be one of these guys that because I made money, because I'm in shape, because I slept with a bunch of women, because my dick is fucking 100 feet long, I deserve a woman's full devotion and everything that she has to give. And it's like, no, bro. That's not how the game works. Women need men. And a man needs a woman because contrary to popular belief, women give you a different source of power and resource to kind of tap into when your own powers are starting to dwindle. It's like I said this before. It's kind of like Naruto when he taps into the nine tails when his chakra starts to get low. That's the same thing your girl does for you. She gives you another energy, another motivation, another source of power to draw from, so you can increase your abilities. And one of the things that guys really fail to understand when it comes to relationship is like it's about education. Education is the gift that keeps on giving. And that's what I know about the manosphere is that they're not really educated. It's a whole lot of complaining and bitching. And that's very feminine like. Because listen, let me tell you something about women. Women are not these fucking terrible creatures that want to bring forth ruin to everything. They're a bunch of lost, scared girls that got no direction and they don't know what they're doing. And they're looking for some type of leader, some masculine figure who's out there to help them become better people. Because really, women want to be better people. They just don't know where to start. And I said this before. This is why so many women flock to college and they flock to these jobs because at least it gives them some type of direction. They just want some type of direction. That's all they're asking for. Instructions and directions. And you reward them for following the instruction directions with attention and affection and protection. It's so simple. The game is so beyond simple. But the problem that a lot of you guys are going to face if you listen to this red pill content is all it's going to do is make you a better human dildo. That's it. It's not going to make you a better relationship because here's the thing about relationships. You have to have a little bit of bend. Don't break, but you got to have a little bit of bend. You got to let her kind of hit the fence, you would call it. And don't make your fence be so rigid. Let the fence have a little bit of give to it. So when she bounces back, she doesn't fucking hurt herself. Because she's going to test the boundaries. She has to find out, are you a leader that's malevolent, who's looking for her best interest and giving her room to fail? Or are you one of these hard ass motherfuckers that everything I say goes, and if you don't do exactly as I say, then you're never going to fucking be able to operate in my life. And here's the thing. It's like a lot of you niggas have like an electrical fence. So she's so scared to test like what is reasonable, what's the boundary. And you got to really think about like a coach. As a coach, you got to give your players some leeway to fail. You can't fucking boot the motherfucker as soon as he fumbles or drops a catch or something like that because now he's scared to play. And see, that's the problem with a lot of you dudes is like girls are scared to play with you. They're scared to have a relationship with you because you make it so stringent, so fucking unrelenting that she's terrified of making any mistakes, so she does nothing at all. She gets petrified. She's scared to even make a move. And it's like you kind of have to have your fence be like a fun house, like a bouncy house where she can go, bounce, hit the fucking fence, and then bounce back into the bouncy house. So she has a soft place to land because she's trying to learn. And that's a lot of things that you guys don't understand. It's like a girl's trying to learn. She's trying to figure out the game. She doesn't understand. She doesn't know. And especially like if you're an older guy dating, like if you got an age gap with the girl, you got to be a little bit more lenient because you know everything already. You know what the true limits are. So you got to kind of think about this. You have a bouncy house area that she kind of plays in. She learns you. And then you have like a number perimeter that's like the electrical fence. Like, girl, don't ever get to this fucking fence. You get to this fence, you're going to get cooked. And that's how you have to have it. And then slowly, as she starts to learn your game, she'll be able to play a little bit better in the yard that you set for her. Because now she understands that, like, I'm not going to be kicked out as soon as I do one wrong thing. Like, he's talking to me. He's going to communicate with me. He's going to explain what he expects. And if I don't understand, he's going to explain to me. He's going to walk me through and help me and guide me as a teacher, as a leader, as a coach. And so that's the problem. We're not teaching other guys how to coach women. That's what you have to really learn if you want to have a great relationship is how to coach. Once again, a lot of you guys want to be dictators. And listen, dictating, I guess it works for some relationships, but that was back in the day where there were societal rules and like you can stone women and all that type of shit. So they were living in fear and petrification. But we don't live in that particular time anymore. A lot of dudes are dependent upon society to do the job that they need to do. And to keep it 100, I think this is the easiest time to be a husband, be a real man amongst men. Because women are dying for relationships. They're just scared because they've been hurt so many times from just dumb choices that they don't know. And there's so many girls walking around there just scared of relationships because they got their heart broken at like 19. And they're like, oh my God, I'm still crying over this boy who broke my heart at 19. And if they had a dad that could actually walking through like, look, I told you, dumbass, don't mess around with these young ass dudes. They don't know what the fuck they doing. She would be able to like brush it off and keep it moving. But so many girls have weak fathers that have been beat down because they stopped trying with their wife and they just gave up on that. And then the daughter sees that, and then that's what her view of relationship is, a weak man. And so when you come in as a strong man, you come in as a man that has a plan, a vision, and you really lay it out for her, let her know, look, baby, this is how we can get success. This is how you can lay up and be kicking your feet nice and high, drinking lemonade, kicking with the babies, stunning on your girlfriends, talking about my man's the shit. And I don't have to worry about anything. I can just turn my brain off. He tells me what to do. And whenever I do it, good things happen for me. And that's really what the game of a relationship is. And that's not what these red pill niggas is teaching you. These red pill niggas just rehashing the same bullshit that niggas been known for a long time. Anybody with half a brain that can fucking sit back and actually analyze a relationship can see, oh, I understand now with the relationship thing. I get it. Girls, they'll take advantage of you. Allow them to take advantage of you. But that's their job. That's their nature. They're supposed to take advantage of you if you choose to be a dum-dum. Because they got to look at you like, if you're supposed to be a leader, I should never be able to fucking take advantage of you. You should be on top of me at all times. It's like kids. I got an interesting story. Like I went to go back to my old stomping grounds at my old job. And I saw some old kids that I used to teach with. And they're like, oh, what's up, Mr. Apex? I'm like, hey, what's up? How y'all doing? He said, oh, we miss you. You never come back anymore. I'm like, I'll be busy. I'll be working. He's like, you work now? Yeah, I got a business. Really? Cool. He's like, man, we missed when you used to put us on timeout. You going to put us on timeout again? And that shit shocked me. I was like, what? You guys like the timeout? Yeah, we love timeout. Timeout was fun. And I said, oh, I get it. Like, kids don't know anything. And like they need that structure. They crave it because it helps them grow and learn boundaries. Because they don't know any boundaries. We forget sometimes as men, because we live in a world of fucking repercussions for actions and choices and things like that. And so we understand that there's natural boundaries in the world that if you pass these boundaries, there's repercussions for it. We learn the hard way, most of us. But kids and women don't really know these boundaries because we lie to them sometimes. Or we lie to them so many times. And that's what the red pill is not teaching. Look, boundaries are not a bad thing, but you have to explain why the boundary exists. You can't just tell a girl, you have no guy friends, you can't do this, you can't go out, no clubbing, blah, blah, blah. Because then they're thinking in their head, like, why are you so controlling? Why? And then you have to explain, okay, look, when you go out clubbing, it's very dangerous. I'm doing this for your own good because there's a lot of dangerous guys. There's a lot of predators out there. They might slip something in your drink. And if I'm not there with you and I'm not there to protect you, there's a good chance you can come up dead or missing or even worse. And so when you show her, look, the boundaries are for your own good. It's not because I'm a mean, cruel guy. It's because I want you to be safe and unharmed. And that's why I'm setting these boundaries for you. It's for your own good. I'm not trying to fucking rule over your life. What do I need to rule over your life for? You're a grown person. But if you're going to be with me, I want you to be safe and protected. And if you're not safe and protected, then that's my fault. I take ownership over that because that's what a man does. A man, when he chooses to bring somebody into his fold, into his kingdom, into his world, you take complete ownership over their safety and well-being. That's the problem with this red pill shit is like you motherfuckers is trying to get women to be like wives and behave like wives, but you don't want to take no ownership. You don't want to put no equity in the relationship. You don't want to put any commitment. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, why would she even, that don't even make any sense. She's supposed to listen to you, follow your directions, do everything you tell her to do. And she doesn't get any benefits in the long term. You can cut her whenever you want to cut her. Like, bro, I would never do that. That's like working a job and then tell you, hey, look, we'll pay you when you get ready to retire. You're like, why? Why would I work a job and I don't get paid? Well, just trust me. Like, if you stay long enough and you keep contributing, we'll make sure that we pay you something. And you're like, well, what am I going to pay? Well, it'll be determined by how hard you work. Well, it's like, so I'm just supposed to have faith in you that you're just going to do what you said. And you're not giving me any like upfront like guarantees or anything to let me know like I'll be safe and protected if I spend my time and energy with you. What? That don't make any sense. So no wonder girls are fucking coming at you guys sideways. It's like, dude, you guys are talking nonsense. You would never fucking, the way that guys treat women from the red pill, you would never do that in a business oriented setting or even with your boys. What? So I'm just supposed to go do this job, which you do all this labor, and then you're gonna pay me maybe? It's like, bro, no, it don't work that way. So you either gotta come up and like state your terms, like what you're looking for, why I want it, and how it's gonna be up front, and then explain to her like this is the benefit for you if you choose to take this ride with me, or just get the fuck out the paint, man. This red pill shit is fucking it's outrageous because it's not constructive, and nothing that's not educational or constructive or productive can last the length of time. That's why I don't mind taking the slow path with this channel. Because I understand with education, the more you listen, the more you grow, and the more you learn, the more you're going to come back and keep wanting to listen because I keep giving you game. I'm giving you game. I'm giving you wisdom. I'm giving you knowledge. I'm giving you practical advice that you can apply within your life that will give you a positive return. And then when you level up from that previous level that you learned from the wisdom and shit I gave you, you come back and try to learn the new level. See, the red pill shit is just a rehash of the same thing. Girls bad, be a player, don't be committal, level up, and keep doing the same cycle. So you just end up in a soulless cycle of just dating random horrific girls and watching just terrible red pill and thinking women are all bad. Man, you need to start taking the apex pill and learn how to be a productive and learn how to apply this husband game to girls. Because trust me, they want a man to be a fucking man, but they don't have to tell you. They just want to kind of exist in it. And it's up to you to be able to identify the problems in their life, be able to see what's going on, and to be like, hey, look, man, I can solve this for you. And don't brag about it. You just solve it. You just get up and look and say, okay, let me go solve this shit. I'm telling you, I work as a handyman. Nothing is more sexier to a woman when you just ask, okay, they tell you, well, we want these mirrors up or we want this thing up. All right, okay, well, if I'm going to put it up, this is my expert opinion. This is what I know from what I do. Can you come over here do this, so I can get the right level for you so it looks exactly how you want it? And they say, ooh, this is a man who knows what he's doing and knows where he's going. I can get along with that. And that activates her feminine nature immediately because now she can rest. She don't have to think. And I'm telling you, these girls, the last thing they want to do is think. They just want to do. They just want to hear a man with a calm voice and a plan telling them what to do. And if you can bring that to them, man, you don't need none of this red pill shit. Learn yourself, nigga. Learn yourself, and then you'll be able to grow and become a better person. Because that's really all the relationship game is. If you know thyself, you can get thy wealth, and your wife will be ready to ride or die with you for life. Appreciate y'all for listening.